Oh yeah, we are doing qualifying, aren't we? Hello, welcome to Racing League's qualifying
Well,
session for season
apparently
3.
I'm not. Oh, there we go.
And we
Spectator
are
menu.
in the first couple seconds of this 18-minute session, boasting 16 cars around this Japanese track, the home of Japanese Formula 1 racing.
Okay.
So where did my corner names go? There they are.
I've turned on the track map.
Track map. That's a great shout, actually. I really didn't turn that on.
I went through 2 practice sessions before I realized that was a thing. We have some drivers going out on track.
Okay.
A Mercedes and a Haas, it looks like. How do I cycle through the...
This is Luca and Lucas Racing.
F7 and F8.
First corner.
We've also got a Red Bull coming out.
And a McLaren as well. I can see their jack going down. I think.
But yeah, we have Luca, because that's not going to get confusing. Gaming Bulls out on his outlap. Here at Suzuka. I'm going to ride on board with Marcy, the 2-time champion.
Yeah. He's the owner, isn't he?
No.
No.
Callum is the owner.
Okay.
Callum doesn't
Callum's
drive.
the owner.
Callum doesn't drive.
Oh, okay.
Just hit the wall as Marcy passed him.
Meanwhile, Dave takes pole by 4,300
Marcy
seconds.
Marcy crosses the line, 5th fastest with a 1:33. Sector 2.
That will be interesting.
And now there's yellow flags in Sector 2.
Yep, that is
Going around the final corner, he crosses the line and he goes fastest with a 1:28.3.
Nicely done. So it's a Mercedes 1.3 at the moment. Very good looking for the German / Brackley outfit.
Now riding with Berza. Into the final section he goes with his orange helmet.
Yep, the number 78 Sauber. Can he kick it to the top? Cook the field like steak. It's a bit undercooked. It's
He's
7th
seventh
at the moment. It's 8/10 ahead of Gaming Bulls. So I think Worms is on a lap though.
Keybinds to Worm.
And purple sector 1 for Burl as he heads up.
Worm just also got a purple sector 1.
Oh, nice. They're all set in purples. Track evolution looks like it's kicking in now. We head into Spoon through 200R. Oh,
Someone
just went off.
One of the Alpines is complaining about being blocked by the Aston Martin.
Yeah, one of the McLarens were just stopped on track, just on the entry to Spoon there. I thought he went off there. The Williams also very close together. One of them on an out lap, the other one on a push lap. So Worm on a push lap.
The people in
and
the
sector 2
Spoon
purple. Sorry to get in there. That's Worm going purple in sector 2 and sector 1 on this lap. This looks like a very competent one as he comes out of the Casio triangle. What would the lap be by Worm? 13.12. It will be a 1.6 seconds off the pace. It's a 29.5. Marcy said mercy to twice in a row for season 1 and season 2 as he took the biggest crown. In that number 2 Ferrari, will he be number 1 for the 3rd time in a row and performing a huge hat-trick here in Golden Racing League?
Also, from my knowledge, he's been with Ferrari for all the seasons.
So name a better combination, Scuderia and Marcy. I can't really think of a better one other than Max Verstappen in the RB19. Heading through the S's and into the anti-camber curve.
You have all the names, I just say, into that corner right there.
Heading over Dunlop and into the 2 Degner corners. First one is
sponsored by MSC Cruises. 2 Qatar Airways corner.
Into the Salesforce
into Salesforce hairpin.
And then out onto the 200R presented by Louis Vuitton.
The rich area.
Company, it might not be.
I think it is.
You
have a big store in Paris. Monkey in a blue hat is also retired from the session.
Yes, he retired a couple minutes ago. I think 2 minutes ago.
I was not paying
On
attention.
the top of the time. Yeah, I think he just retired in the pit lane. Thinking
Ego retirement? Well, Marcy goes purple into Sector 2.
Liam Veller's left the session. Not too sure.
That was the late. That's the late arrival of Ferrari.
Ah. Well, he's gonna be even later now.
Marcy crosses the line, goes fastest with 128.238. Oh, and they have managed to hit a wall in a straight line, and they have annihilated their Alpine.
And meanwhile, the McLaren of Burl hasn't done much different. He's off just on the exit of Degner. He spun it just under the bridge, which, and as 130R sits on top of him, well, looking like he's struggling. Meanwhile, on the Saubers as well, going slowly.
Yeah, they have also retired. That's Sauber.
Red Bull off. Gaming Bulls in the wall at Degner 2. Big shunt, but he's kept the wheels on somehow. And he just went straight on there.
There's a lot of tyre marks in that gravel. Looks like we've had a few offs on that section.
I'd say there's a lot of tyre marks in general in this session at the moment. Well, there's a lot of gravel marks even. This whole track's turning into a sand pit.
Maybe these drivers should learn to keep it on the track.
Maybe, I mean, in the World Rallycross Championship, I'd encourage it, but maybe not here.
Apparently, LH Shelby's best time was done on a used set of tyres. Apparently, there was on for a 27.9 with their first lap.
Hang on, LH Shelby's time was done best on old tyres.
Yes.
Does she mean 1 lap old tyres? Because I've just looked on the graphic and saying her best time is done on 1 lap old tyres.
1 lap old is still old.
It's old. Absolutely is. Anyway, into the pits comes Gaming Bulls. He's done for the day.
Lucas, try resetting your Twitch.
Yeah, maybe that might be a shout. But meanwhile, Marcy takes pole position by over a tenth of a second. Then comes Monkey in the blue hat. Then comes LH Shelby, Days, Lucas Racing, Burl, Berza, Worm, and Luca.
Arc84 is complaining about crazy lag.
I mean... Yeah,
apparently their
that's
experience froze for a great 2 seconds when somebody left.
Why does it... Hang on a bit, why does it say qualifying 1?
Because it's full qualifying.
Oh, so that means the V-Carb and the Alpine are both out of this one then. The Polish driver is out along with one of the Alpines.
According to Devil's Latifi, theirs were 3 lap olds and fresh softs.
And according to Days in the Alpine, there needs to be 3 tiers, even though we can barely fill up 1 tier fully with 20 drivers. So
there was a plan for 3 tiers.
Yes, I can see with the tier 2 driver chat and stuff like that. Has that worked out well?
But both tiers are practically... Well, we still got 16 possible drivers for today.
Yeah. Well, I reckon tier 2 is not online yet at the moment, is it?
Tier 2 is Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to make that, but if I can, I might be there to commentate on
I already have a guest commentator coming to that as well.
Nice.
McLaren is the first out on track.
He's got into the Casio Triangle chicane. There's 1 cut, there's 2 cuts,
and he's invalidated. Bill sets a
Earl
time of a 129.554. Latifi goes faster.
Yeah.
Days goes fastest with a 128.533. A whole second faster. Here comes Marcy.
Ahead. Oh, massive. Oh, 13 thousandths is the gap to between first and second.
That's crazy.
As round goes, Messi, Mesbati and Devil's Latifi are separated by 9 thousandths of a second.
According to Burl, his tyres were 4 laps old for that lap.
1 lap old.
A 141.2 is a little bit on the slow end, Monkey in a blue hat in the Mercedes.
Still separate the top 2. Can Lucas Racing change that?
He almost lost control there with that lockup.
Oh. And that's why he invalidated on his last lap.
Around the final corner, across the line. P3.
63 thousandths off the pace. So the front three separated by
It's up into the snake section. Nah, snake section.
The last corner. Can Shelby be
Cross the line for the fastest with a 128 dead.
Let's see what Miss Bassey can do. Can she get into Q3? Can he get into Q3?
I do not know the genders, I just call them they. Cross the line into
dudes.
P9 for Miss Bassey.
Be good enough for anything to get him into Q3 out of the final corner. A Castillo triangle over the line.
Ooh.
And it's P13 ahead of ARC, who just retired, but not enough to get ahead into the top 12. Oh, he's close. He just needs to be that little bit closer.
Just cut the corner, mate.
Last corner.
Cross the line. P9 for Devils
P9.
Latifi.
So both Williams into Q3. Masquerade goes out of the session. That is the end of Q2 here at Suzuka.
End for the race.
I think my prediction is going to be that there's going to be no Hasses, no Aston Martins, one McLaren and one Ferrari who don't take part in Q3.
Both Mercedes did make it through to Q3 though, and both Williams.
Yeah. Yes.
But the
One
others
McLaren
only came one driver.
First driver out, and it's the
Ferrari.
First 1 points.
Purple.
Yeah, Bursa,
He's
though,
unbeached himself.
Yeah, Bursa, he nearly got disqualified for driving backwards there.
Well, he unbeached
On the
himself,
exit.
that's all that matters. He didn't use any of the steward's help.
Yeah.
Bossy with a 127.8.
It's the fastest lap of the day.
Starts the baseline.
Yep.
Up next,
Another
Lucas with a
27.9.
127.9.
Nice. Who's next up? That'll be the one that's out.
Shelby.
Shelby 24. And then
Nice and close between those top three already.
Bell
Monkey in
back
a
the
blue
pace.
hat goes P2 with a 127.8.
4,000 separating the top two.
Berza's in the gravel again.
Standard. I mean, that's mean. That's mean.
Worm comes
Anyway.
across the line into P5 with a 128.8. Worm is
I'll
just
take your
behind
word.
their teammate as well.
I'll update you on Worm. He has gone not purple.
Latifi coming up to the line. Crossing the line. His time does not improve.
No improvement there. Worm, can he do anything to improve either? Yes, by 57 thousandths of a second. Massive improvement.
Devils
Might be
Latifi
more
must
at
have
this
lost a lot of time in Sector 3 considering they're two purple sectors. Many safety cars or virtual safety cars for the race. And would Tier 2 have less or more?
I think it would have more purely because it's Suzuka, and if you go off here, you will be punished by either invalidating a lap like Berza Jr. just did, or you'd go onto gravel and have a horrific accident. Burl goes to 4th in the McLaren.
That's interesting.
So maybe not count him out in the race.
Berza is now on his flying lap.
Yeah, he nearly done it, but he invalidated at the Casio Triangle the last
Oh, he did.
2 corners.
He's invalidated this
Yeah.
lap as well.
Ah, the Red Bull not doing good here in Q3. Meanwhile, Burl. As I think the Mercedes might be on laps as well.
Marcy coming into the final corners, and he invalidates! And he's
Monkey in
not
the blue
going to
hat
be able
also
to
invalidated.
improve.
The Mercedes in 3rd, Monkey in the blue hat has invalidated, so it's up to Lucas Racing to pounce at the top 2. Shelby's out, so it's up to Lucas Racing to take the
Daisy
pole.
just spins in a straight line.
He's lost on the exit of Dagnar. I think there's a Sauber round as well, just behind him.
That's a retirement on track of Shelby.
Right, so we'll
Devils
watch Lucas
Latifi?
Racing. 2 sets up. That would be enough for P2 potentially into the Casio Triangle. There's 1 corner, there's 2 corner, into the last corner on the track. Can Lucas Racing steal the show in 3, 2, 1? Yes, he gets P2, and he's how far off the pole time? He is 4 thousandths. 4 thousandths off the pole time. That's 0.20 and then a number 4. Can you get any smaller than that?
Devils Latifi is coming into the final sector now. Currently in P7.
And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but there's 4,000 also separating 3rd and 4th.
The gap between P1 and P6 is just over a second as well. 1.2 between P1 and P6. Devils Latifi does not improve though.
Really?
To England.
Good point.
We do have a formation lap, so this is the order from the grid. We've got LHLB on pole. Alongside him is Lucas Racing. We have Marcy and Monkey in a blue hat on row 2, with Burl and Worm behind them. Devils Latifi P7 with Days in P8. Berza P9 and Luca in P10. Luca is on the wet tyres. I think a lot of the drivers are on the wet tyres and a lot are on the intermediates. We got Miss Bassi in P11. Gaming Balls in P12. Masquerade in P13 with Arc in P14. Maid J-Pol in P15. Tracer in P16 and Liam Vella in P17 in a McLaren who did not qualify.
Interesting. So Liam Vella. I thought it was like Liam Vella's in Viennetta then, but it's just
Viennetta. Yes, Liam Viennetta.
Nice. I'm gonna call him a lemon Viennetta actually, but anyway. Shelby has a weakness for wet weather. Shelby is also on the full wet tyre, and it looks like Lucas is on the intermediates. Let me get the tyre graphic up. That will be... Hang on. Where's the... There it is. So everyone's on wets apart from Lucas, Days, and Trat Racer, who's in 16th.
Which one would you go for?
I don't know. I would go for Inters if the rain was to die off, but if the rain seems to keep going all race, then I'd go for wets.
I have the telemetry turned on now.
Perfect. I do not turn that on because I think it gets in the way. But
anyway. If you did not know, LHLB is harvesting their ERS.
Right, so there's a disqualification from the formation lap for Burl.
Burl's disqualified from... Oh, Monkey in a blue hat also disqualified. Is that disqualified from the lap or the race?
Only the lap, only the lap. As a whole other army of 5 cars comes to the line.
Who do you think's going to be the first one in the wall? I think Berza, personally. Liam Vella also got disqualified.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out who goes into the wall here in Japan. Who's doing the 5 round, you or me?
We all do it.
Okay.
There's 5 of them. They're all out. That was a really, really not much of a stop there. And one driver does not leave the... Arc does not leave the grid.
Shocking for him. But 3 wide in the background with the Haas and the Red Bull and the Alpine. Absolutely shocking here. They just about managed to survive. There's a disqualification. They're heading through the S's section and staking through. There is Marcy on Worm. He looks to have dropped a couple places off the start. And I think Devils and Masquerade are also battling side by side with their both. And it's 3 wide between the Alpine and the Williams and the Sauber. Masquerade comes out in front in that battle for now, but he's side by side with the Williams. Meanwhile, there's battle in between the McLaren of Burl and the Williams of Worm, the Wormillions, if that makes any sense.
The people in the top 4 are the same people that were started in the top 4, with absolutely nothing crazy going on for them.
Well, round the outside goes Mead, Bassi at the hairpin. Not going to make that move stick. Side by side between Devils, Latifi and Trat Racer on the exit of the hairpin through 200R. Replaced by Carlos Sainz crash in 2022. So they got to be careful here. As there was nearly a crash between the Williams and through goes Track Racer in the process. Absolute chaos here at the start, Diamond Bullet.
Some information on Arc. Their game crashed, which meant they did. Oh, Liam Valla is off the track.
As Liam Valla sliding around like a spoon on Viennetta. As Days and Worm are side by side into 130R.
So Arc's game crashed, causing them to not leave the grid, and obviously them being stationary on the grid is a dangerous position, so that led to the disqualification. And LHLB places the fastest lap with a 149.555.
At the moment, but it looks like they're all calm at the moment.
Nothing in the top 4. Top 4 is still the same.
But the battle for the point is on between the Alpine and the Red Bull. Through goes the Alpine of Track Racer, on 2 of them. And there's collision there, and that ends in tears. 3 wide again, the Alpine of Track Racer looking to pick up 2, loses 4 in the process. Luca losing 3. The Williams going on the inside of the Alpine of that's Devil's Latifi. And Devil's Latifi now in a battle with Luca. And down the inside goes the Haas on the Williams. Absolute chaos here. Meanwhile, the side by side with Mies, Basti, and one of the Red Bulls here.
Looking like Haas didn't plan for wet weather, as they're tumbling down the order from multiple mistakes, including causing some collisions. I'm watching Berza with Mies Basti. Berza goes a little bit wide around Salesforce hairpin. Mies Basti tries to capitalize but can't get the speed and acceleration out of the corner. So they are still as they were.
Nicely done. As meanwhile, Track Racer on the
Track
inside
Racer! Yes!
Sorry.
Sorry, I thought they were going to make that move stick.
Yep,
almost a collision. Almost.
60 on the grid in 3 laps up into the points for Track Racer. It's a double Alpine points and less. Gaming Bulls has the straight line speed to go around the outside at a 130R. That is absolute risk-taking stuff between the Red Bull and the Alpine. Meanwhile, the other Red Bull has his workout for him as Mies Basti trying to boss his way fast.
As Days says, the fastest lap of the race so far.
Great stuff here.
These two are still racing. Track Racer has finally got ahead of the Red Bull of Gaming Bulls, and Gaming Bulls tries to go around the outside, but goes far too wide, making Track Racer now up into P10. Who knows?
Racer looking like a tractor on a farm at the moment. Is down the inside of the Aston Martin, who's going around the outside in turn of Berza.
Liam Valla with a 3-second warning, I'm assuming for track limits.
And I need a Liam Valla, sorry, I mean a Viennetta for this battle between Track Racer and Mies Basti, and through goes Track Racer again, picking off places one by one, picking them like they're Doritos out of the crisp packet. Absolute madness here between all these drivers, as meanwhile it looks like Master Ray might get Gaming Bulls on the exit of Spoon.
Track Racer really knows how to handle his car in the wets, as they get another position as they pass Berza with ease.
So half the field done as off white. There goes Mies Basti. Half the field have been overtaken by Track Racer. The other half look like they're going to be the next victim of Track Racer.
Track Racer is now just 4/10 behind Worm. He's right on his tail wing now, as they're going down this straight line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight line in
straight line.
Before 130R. Oh,
he's took him! He's took him!
Absolutely madness here between Track Racer and Worm. What to do with these drivers and doing the scariest moves that you would probably only see out of a horror game. I didn't know Codemasters were making horror games, but 130R seems to be the corner to make yourself jump
and
scared.
Track Racer's going on Burl down the straight. Can he make it? Does his car go fast enough? It does not look like it does. As they go into turn 1.
The other Alpine has got past Marcy. Days in the Alpine has got past the championship leader and the 2-time champion of this league. I
mean, you say championship leader, but this is the first race of the season.
Good point. Well, ignore me for a minute. I guess the championship leader is Lucas Racing then. And Mies Basti also following Gaming Bulls, who's done an undercut on Mies Basti, and Mies Basti now behind the Red Bull, but now on intermediate tyres out of pressure.
Trap Racer is on the tail of Burl, going for another move as they head up towards the Salesforce hairpin. Makes it stick before the hairpin.
Liam Valla battling with one of the Polish drivers.
That makes Trap Racer now P6.
And just one of the McLarens passing one of the Polish V-carbs, the other. Also, I think if you're anyone who's anyone in this race trying to capitalise, they need to pit now and not lose as much time as possible. If not now,
there's
then maybe
the second penalty handed out to J. Paul. It's another 3 seconds.
And into the hairpin again.
Trap Racer's going down the inside. Makes it stick on the Ferrari of the two-time champion of Marseille.
Trap Racer being the wrath of this racing league at the moment. As meanwhile, J. Paul, the Polish driver, off at the anti-bank corner. Attack with Shelby on the inters.
Mies Bassi might be trying to go for a move on the Red Bull of Gaming Bulls.
Yeah, maybe.
He's going for it down the inside of the chicane section.
Yeah, the Casio triangle.
A little half spin as he goes off piste. Almost
all the triangles, that Casio triangle got turned into a Toblerone with that sweet move. Nearly done there by
Mies Bassi going for it on the straight line, but that Williams gets in his way. Mies Bassi has gone off the track with a penalty for Mies Bassi for track limits.
I don't know if you take penalties off in that league, but that move again. Around the outside, on the inside this time, of 130R. Through he goes, near the contact, off the track goes Liam Valla. And he's sliding around like a...
Oh, contact! Liam Valla is out! He made contact with Mies Bassi.
Oh, a Masquerade nearly spins in sympathy. And
Worm did spin.
As well.
Yeah, that is Worm.
Worm's round. Worm round, absolute carnage.
That is a safety car.
Oh. Worm is... So...
Anything can happen on the restart.
Yeah, over to you for the safety car.
I expect Trap Racer to try and gain some positions on the restart. Now would be the best time. Lucas into the pits for his damage. Meaning Daisy is it up into first place. Monkey in the Blue Hat in P2. And Trap Racer on the tail of Monkey in the Blue Hat as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, he had a run out of the last corner, but just couldn't get enough straight line speed to get alongside and maybe even make a move. It looks like they've all separated quite nicely. Very clean safety car restart. I thought that would nearly get swallowed up by Gaming Bulls in the Red Bull. His teammate goes off as well. As down the inside goes that Aston Martin.
There goes Mies down the inside. I must say, the kick salver does look quite nice in this game.
Yeah.
Majopol got another 3-second time penalty.
Not a day to remember for him.
And Devils Latifi has pitted so many times and is still in the top 10.
Incredible. He's doing a Jensen Button from 2011 Canada. We'll go again here. And Days on lap 19. I nearly said day 19 then, but heading into turn 1. There's battling with the two-time champion who has Burl on his outside for company. And it's a stunning move.
I just got that in the background of my camera angles.
Yeah, on my camera angle, I was able to clip the whole thing. That was beautiful, and the man in the Sunny
Trap Racer is so close behind Monkey in a Blue Hat that he almost spun.
Well, nearly making another move here on the Williams. Meanwhile, I'm just checking at the back of the back. The other Williams trying to make a move, trying to salvage this situation between the Red Bulls, and also Luca as well, trying to keep.
Majopol did catch up to the pack as well.
Oh, it's actually Albiaz. On the inside goes off Devils Latifi, goes Lucas racing the side by side, the 69 car against the number 2 Williams and through 200R, and that is a 200% guarantee that P10 belongs to Devils Latifi for at least Spoon Curve. As heading round, as my voice is cracking like a
Gaming Bulls looks like they are struggling for grip as well.
Yeah, as my voice cracks like an egg in Easter.
The top 3 are still the same.
And side by side into 130 up and Devils Latifi and Gaming Bulls, and they just keep it side by side and into the Casio triangle. They're still wheel to wheel.
Gaming Bulls loses the traction.
Yep. No
Plus there was a little bit of contact made between the Williams and the racing But
I
the
think
Red Bull.
Bertha just had the similar slide. It looks like the Red Bulls are struggling for braking and not locking up. As through goes Luca on Masquerade, and he goes wide. Masquerade does the under and over and gets back ahead. Meanwhile, back to this battle where it looks like Lucas might go on the outside here of the S's. No, he's not going to make the move there. Spins again. Heartbreak for the Haas driver. Is that the Italian? I'm pretty sure. I can't remember the nationality flags from earlier on. And down the inside goes Lucas racing on Devils TV. Great move.
Monkey in the blue hat makes a mistake, which means Trap Racer is now on.
Oh!
Monkey in the blue hat goes off. Trap Racer goes through to P2.
Monkey in the blue hat now has some sandy shoes. That is a shocker for him, and now he has to watch out for Worm, who might be able to catch up to him in the next few laps. Meanwhile,
second to Monkey in the blue hat. And then Monkey in the blue hat will lose the position to Marcy across the line.
Yep. So Marcy's going to be pushing like mad, but he's got to watch out because he's got other people under his
The
collar.
Alpine, the Trap Racer Alpine, is right on the tail of the Daisy Alpine. Trap Racer might go for the lead here.
Yeah, the man who has made up 14.
He goes for the move!
Wait,
Into the final corner. They are now battling. Trap Racer goes fastest. Trap Racer was briefly in the lead.
If these two throw
Oh,
away,
Trap Racer goes wide.
I was about to say Fabio Briatore would be absolutely mad. Mad could be if these two threw it away, and it's Trap Racer who broke under pressure. And with 2 laps to go, if Trap Racer would win this race, he would have won it from 15 places down. So goes Devils Latifi.
A little bit of contact there as they bump wheels.
Yeah, great racing as they were side by side. He nearly went onto the grass on the 200R section into Spoon Curve. Then they nearly touched into what they are. Then that was close. Through what they are.
They nearly touch again.
Incredible as Bertha goes past Masquerade at 130R as well. Incredible. As we head on to the last lap, Days in the Alpine still in the lead. What has happened to Worm?
Bertha has a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting.
What just happened to Worm? Worm's just been passed by Burl, and Burl has pulled 1.2 seconds with ease. As the other Williams side by side with
Lucas goes off the track.
Yeah, these two are battling like absolute animals. This is cage fighting in F1 terms. With these two, they are absolute. This is like Fuji or Dijon from so many decades ago with Gilles Villeneuve and René Arnoux.
Monkey in the blue hat is also slowly catching up to the leading two. With the damage on Trap Racer, this can't be helping him.
1-2 for the Frenchmen. What used to be known as the Yellow Teapot, and now the winners of the Golden Racing League first race in this league. The Renault Power Unit, formerly known as the Yellow Teapot, 40 years later, 50 years later even, take their first 1-2 win in season 3 of this league. The race for Jules goes to the Renault squad, the Alpine squad, shall I say. As in third comes the Mercedes and Monkey in a blue hat, then comes Marcy, then comes Burl, then comes Worm, then comes Devils, who does get ahead of Lucas Racing after ripping 7 bells of everything out of each other. Then comes the Red Bulls.
Magipol is so far behind the rest of the field.
Lucas, what happened to Lucas? He's gone to DNF. That's a wrongin'. And then comes Luca. Then comes Polish driver, who's the last person to cross the line. Absolute madness here in Japan.
It's possible Lucas may have crashed across the line. That was an intense battle for the lead 5 for the first few laps. I think if I've forgotten his name already. There's nothing but if Trap Racer was a little bit more patient, he could have made his move on his teammate's stick and won the race. But he gets 28 points, his teammate gets 30, which gives them what? 58 points for the championship lead.
So Alpine are the ones to beat. The Welshmen ahead of the Brits in the Alpine squad. And BWT formerly sponsoring Aston Martin, what was then Racing Point and what was
Racing
before that,
pointless.
yeah.
But
Yep. Right, Racing Pointless for the what was Racing Point squad, now the Aston Martin squad. Absolutely madness. I have to say that this reminds me of Brazil in 2024, just in different positions, obviously.
And we had unexpected rain throughout the whole race.
Yeah, madness. I mean.